Hello guys and girls, and welcome to a bone-chilling Sunday afternoon. You know, I've been bragging for the last 2 or 3 months as we got into the winter time, October, November, December, and January. We've been bragging every Sunday about a beautiful Sunday afternoon, Dead calm lake out there, beautiful, and 70, 80 degrees, 85 degrees, just absolutely fantastic. Well, we have a bone-chilling Sunday afternoon. When I woke up this morning, when I got out of bed, started shooting some video around with the deer at the daylight, 56 degrees. Actually, it had gotten warmer during the night, 56 degrees. And that was really, really nice. I mean, just about as good as it can get. Well, by the time we headed to church, it was down to 42. By the time we got out of church, it was 36. It is now 30 degrees. 30 degrees, getting ready to get into the 20s. The chill temperature is way down there. We had a 37-mile-an-hour sustained wind is what we got. And blew some tree limbs down around the house. You know, nothing's falling on the house, so that's good. But the wind gust over 50 miles an hour in several places in Oklahoma today. They've got snow up north of here. We don't have any snow in southern Oklahoma. Got a little rain around close by, not here at the ranch, but it's pretty close by. Within a couple of miles, it got a pretty good little shower. But anyway, it's just the Arctic air has come south. This is a huge, giant cold front. It's going for like 1,000 miles. Most of it is north of here, but it's got all kinds of snow, terrible weather, car wrecks everywhere, and just really, really bad. I talked to my buddy Brad Sout and this week, and every year in January, him and his wife go down to Florida and spend about a month. They go down there and spend about a month crappie fishing with friends down there, and they do some bass fishing as well. I asked him, I said, when do you going to Florida? And he said, pretty quick. We may leave Saturday, depending on this storm. We wasn't going to leave till next week. And I don't know if Brad and Lou Ann got away on Saturday or not. I hope they did. But that storm was out in front of them, really. It was quite a bit of snow and rain and stuff out in front of them. Supposed to actually be some severe weather in the south on further east of us. That the thunderstorms and stuff that just got down, it hit some moist air and unstable air, and they started creating some thunderstorms, perhaps even tornadoes this afternoon and tonight. I'm not real sure if that's going to happen, but that's a possibility. I know that's a possibility, but it is cold here in Oklahoma. But the good part of it is I did go fishing 2 days this week. That's right. I went fishing 2 days this week. I went fishing on Monday, and I didn't have anybody to help me take care of Chris, but I was supposed to have a girl come in, and she didn't show up. But Chris said, you go ahead and go fishing, and I did. And we fished Canyon Lake. And I slow rolled a spinnerbait. I wanted to fish with those kits baits. You remember the kits that we've got going? I think they're still going on. If you didn't get one, you can still get one. Well, you could get 9 kits. That's right, 9 Lucky Strike kits. Plastic worm kits, jig and crappie type baits, walleye type baits, spinnerbait kit, buzzbait kit, floating worm kit, lizard kits, and they've got hooks and sinkers and everything. Just incredible. You get all 9 kits for $50. Those kits are all $10, $15, $18 kits. You get 9 of them for $50, about $5 a piece. Incredible deal. And I'd mentioned when we talked about them, and they called me and I said, you get all 9 of these kits? Well, they sent me 9 of them. I said, send them to me. I want to see exactly what they are, and they did. And I had a few of the kits, but I got the 9, and a lot of them are in the new red, white, and blue Toby Keith package. And you know, Toby Keith's family still owns that company, and is still going forward with it in Toby's honor, and as well as they're building some of the greatest baits you could ever imagine. But those kits, I wanted to go out and do a show on the kits and do a video or 2 on them, and so we did. I took my Tracker 195 Ranger, the one that's wrapped in Sustainable Green Team SGTM, not Ranger, Tracker 195, and took my Tracker 195 and I caught 19 fish. That's right, I caught 19 fish fishing by myself. Couldn't get anybody to go with me. Caught 19 fish, and about 6 or 8 of them were crappie. I'm not sure exactly how many, maybe 6 or 7 or 8, something like that, were big giant crappie. I caught them with all of those kit baits. That's what I want to do, is use the baits that come in the kits. And I caught most of them on the spinnerbait that come in the kit. The spinnerbait is a really nice little spinnerbait. It's got willow leaf blades, got a willow leaf and a Colorado blade. Not much vibration to it at all. But I used the Fire Tiger color, and I caught most of those fish on a spinnerbait. I did catch a few on out of the Walleye Fever kit, which is a really nice kit. A walleye jig head with a swim bait on it, a Lucky Strike swim bait, Lucky Swim on there, and I caught a couple, 2 or 3 on that, and I caught 1 or 2 finally on a lizard. I got a bite on a lizard, and I hooked 3 or 4, but they kept coming off on me. I hooked one real big one, really pulling hard, but he come off. I finally did boat 1 or 2, but anyway, I caught 19 fish. The majority of them I caught slow rolling that spinnerbait over the grass. Great thing to fish if you've got any grass around anywhere where you're fishing. Most of the lakes in Texas, Toledo Bend, Sam Rayburn, most all those lakes down in East Texas have a lot of grass. Most of the lakes down in Louisiana have a lot of grass. A lot of the lakes in Alabama and Georgia have a lot of grass. Obviously Florida, a lot of grass. Slow roll over that deep grass nowadays. Right now is the exact same time to do that. Slow roll those spinnerbaits onto that deep grass. And I actually went out day before yesterday, Friday afternoon. We do have a new lady that's helping me take care of Chris. She worked 3 days this last week, and Friday was one of them, and it was beautiful, beautiful. This was right before this front. It was in the 50s. It wasn't in the 70s like it was on Monday. Monday got up to 74 degrees. It was in the 50s, like 52 or 53, but really nice out there. The wind wasn't blowing or anything, just absolutely beautiful. Wind was blowing a little bit out of the south, maybe 10 miles an hour, and I caught 11 here on the Eagle. Slow rolling spinnerbait. Now I did put a red band spinnerbait on. I did stay with the kit on that. But if you haven't ordered those kits, if you haven't got those, if you fish, that is an absolutely incredible buy. If you have kids that fish, you want to stock your kids' tackle box inexpensively. 9 kits. It's like, I don't know, probably 1,000 baits in there. 9 kits in there. Well, not that many, but probably quite a few, several hundred baits. But quite a few pieces in each one of those kits. But 9 kits for $50. You want to stock your kids' tackle box. You want to stock your tackle box. A lot of good crappie baits in there. A lot of good tube jigs in there. Just really, really, really an incredible buy. And while we're talking about good deals and good buy, the Mercury Win a Mercury engine contest is still going on. I know a lot of you have commented on our social media that you have entered to win that motor. Only 1 entry per person. That's all you can enter. You can't stack the ballot box, so everybody's got the exact same chance. Win a Mercury engine up to 300 horsepower, a $32,000 value, up to 300 horsepower. And so if you've not entered that contest, be sure to enter it. We have a big contest going between Hank Parker and Bill Dance and myself. I actually talked to Bill Dance, Hank Parker, and Roland Martin all the same day. Isn't that something? I got to thinking, how many bass fishermen in the world, America for sure, but in the world, how many bass fishermen would like to visit with Hank Parker and Bill Dance and Roland Martin in the same day? Well, I did that. I called them, and I had a little favor I needed to ask all of them about getting a signature for a person. And so I called and visited with all 3 of them. It's just great visiting with them. I visit with them frequently, all of them, not like every day, but they're all good friends, and I talk to them quite a bit because we've just been friends for a long, long time. I mean, I'm talking like 30, 40, 50 years being friends. So they are good friends for a long, long time, and none of us are puppies anymore. We've passed the puppy stage. We're all grown men now. We don't act like we're grown men, but we are. But we've all passed the puppy stage for sure. But anyway, I talked to all of them, and 2 of the 3 were fishing. Roland Martin was fishing, guiding on Lake Okeechobee, and Bill Dance was fishing a lake, he said, about an hour east of Memphis, and it was about 55 degrees today, and I talked to him, and he said it was beautiful down there, and I'd fished the day before. So that's pretty good right there when you think about it. Bill Dance and Roland Martin will both be 85 years old this year. They were born in 1940. They turned 85 here in 2025. I'll be 81 this summer. I'm closer to 81 than I am. By the time I get through the end of this month, I'll be closer to 81 than I am at 80. And I fished 2 days this week. Both Roland Martin and Bill Dance are fishing. And that's the thing about fishing that makes it so special. Here we are, guys, 80 years old, and we're doing the things that we love to do more than anything else in this world, fish. And Bill and Roland's both out there. Roland working, fishing, guiding. Dance is probably working too. He's probably shooting a television show for Bill Dance Outdoors or shooting some videos for his YouTube channels. Both of those guys, all those guys got great YouTube channels. Hank and Roland and Bill, make sure you're subscribed to all of them. We've got, obviously every social media there is, including YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel as well. But make sure you're subscribed to Bill Dance and Roland Martin and Hank Parker. There's more knowledge in those 3 guys than you could ever imagine. You could read every magazine, watch every video in the world, and you still wouldn't get the kind of fishing knowledge that those 3 men have. And you combine that knowledge together, it's absolutely incredible. And so they're great friends. But Bill and Hank and I have got this contest going of who can get the most entries to win this Mercury engine. It doesn't cost anything to enter. All you got to do, if you go to jimmyhouston.com, you see how to enter in there, or you look at some of our videos there that we've done about that, and there's a little QR code that you can take a picture of and enter. Make sure you're entering that, because we're having a big contest. It's going to culminate at the Bassmaster Classic in March down in Texas, and so far, I'm in 3rd place. Y'all have just let me down big time. Not enough of you. And we got more people on social media than Bill Dance and Hank Parker put together. And Hank Parker and Bill Dance put together. And yet, my people are just not entering. I know a lot of you have, because you told me you had, and I thank you for that, but a lot of you have not. So we should get, several 100,000 entries is what we should get, because we have about 1 million people on our social media. But so if you haven't entered to win that Mercury engine, go put a little effort forth to win that Mercury engine. If you're not on our mailing list to get our newsletter on the first of every month, you're missing out on a big deal right there. That doesn't cost anything at all to get the newsletter. We send it electronically. You can look at it and then delete it. You'll learn some stuff on there. There'll be some stuff on there that you might want to get involved in. It's incredible buys that some of our sponsors put out that you can't get anywhere else, and deals and coupons and things you can't get anywhere else. So it's really, really, really a great deal. So wherever you are this week, I hope you're having fun. I hope you're spending the time inside, unless you're way far down south. My daughter Sherry's getting ready to leave. Her and Jack are getting ready to go on a Panama Canal cruise, which is fantastic. I just talked to some friends at church that just got back from Mexico, and I said, you should have stayed. They said, we sure should have. Some more friends of mine went to Puerto Rico this week. Went to Puerto Rico, and I was there when the power was out. But the power was only out for about 10 or 11 hours. They got the power back on down in Puerto Rico, and so they're having a great vacation down there. Actually, some of my relatives down there, and they had a great time in Puerto Rico. But here's the deal. Go south. Go south. Go south. Go south. And I'm going to head down and fish with Roland Martin the last week of this month down on Headwaters one day. I have got him booked. I am not going to pay him the $1,500 a day that he charges the guide, but I might buy him dinner. I might buy him a nice dinner, like a steak or something even. I don't know. But I'm going to go down and fish with my buddy Dan Graff and Paulie, Captain Paul Hebert from the Wicked Tuna. I think Paulie's going to come down and fish with us one day. So we're going to get about 3 or 4 days fishing in down in Florida. I will be at the Take 5 Managers Convention in Orlando on the 27th. I'll have my Shell Ranger. When I mentioned about fishing this week, I said Ranger. It was the Tracker 195 that I was fishing. I corrected that. But I will have my Shell Ranger 521R down there at that Take 5, and we'll have that there. And I think we're going to have bobbleheads, so Jimmy Houston bobbleheads. We've never had a bobblehead all the years. We've had action figures, Jimmy Houston action figures, but never had a Jimmy Houston bobblehead. So if you're at the Take 5, you'll be able to get a bobblehead. Hang on to that bobblehead, wait till I die, sell it on eBay. I'm going to get me a couple myself, and my kids can sell when I die. I'm going to keep them right now. I'm going to get me a couple of bobbleheads too. I've always thought it's cool. You had to be a baseball player or something like that, or a football player or something to get a bobblehead. But I think Shell is doing a Jimmy Houston bobblehead for the Take 5. It'll be a great convention down there. Take 5 lubrication stores. And I'm really anxious to meet and visit with all y'all folks down there. We'll have that boat down there. We'll be there all day that Monday. And then I'm going fishing after that. So I'm really excited about that. I will be going from there up to, I think I go to Parkersburg, West Virginia, and be speaking at a church up there. I'll be talking about that a little bit between here and there and giving a little bit more details on that. I just did not write them down. I don't know really what that is. But I think that Parkersburg, West Virginia is where I'll be flying to on Saturday and speaking there that Saturday night at a men's event. Really looking forward to that. And so that's going to be a lot of fun and a great event. It'll be the first church I get to speak at in the month of January. First church I get to speak at in 2025. I think I've got 3 or 4 churches for the month, and I think maybe next Sunday, if I can think of it, I'll let you know where we're going to be speaking and where we're going to be this month during the month of January. We'll also be at a Ranger dealership a little later this month as well, so that's going to be good too. And we'll be at Anglers Marine. We'll be at Anglers Marine, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I'm trying to remember which one it is. We've got several we're working, but we'll be at Anglers Marine over in North Carolina, and I think that hits somewhere around the 16th or 17th of the month, something around that. We will also be down in South Georgia at a church, and I just lost the name of that church right now. I don't know how anybody knows if early signs of dementia or Alzheimer's setting in, because everybody I know that's my age, like the old guys I just mentioned that I was talking about earlier, those 3 fishermen, they can't remember nothing either. But I'll tell you what, I've taken all those little tests they test to see if you got that. I ain't passed those tests with flying colors. I just can't remember anything. But it's been that way for a lot of years with me, so I really don't worry about that too awful much. But it's cold out here. I'm freezing out here. The chill temperature has got to be down in either down around 10 or below right now, and it's going to get worse the next 3 or 4 days. We're going to be getting really cold. Definitely not planning on getting any fishing in this week. But I'll be here with my beautiful Chris at the ranch. She's doing wonderful. Y'all keep asking me about her. You keep praying for her. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 2025 is going to be the year that she gets back to walking again. April 5, 2025 will be 4 years since Chris just about died with that stroke, and God has kept her here with me, and I praise God every day for keeping her here, and I praise Him for healing her. He's healing her just a little bit every day. She's taking real good steps with that right foot. She just can't feel her right leg and can't keep her balance. If that feeling that come back in her right leg, she'll be walking. She'll be walking. That's without a doubt. I believe she's going to be walking. I believe 2025 is the year that she's going to be doing that. And it's because of y'all's prayers and the God that I serve that's causing that to happen. Y'all go out there and have you a great week. You know, it's always fantastic to start a new year like we started this week. Wednesday of this week, we turned the page. From a split second, we went from 2024 to 2025. And 2025 is going to be a great year. I know that. It's going to be a fantastic year. I'm just excited about all the things that God's going to be doing in my life, all the things He's going to be doing in Chris's life, all the things He's going to be doing in your life. We serve a mighty, awesome God. He controls the universe. He controls everything. All we've got to do is just trust and obey Him. All we've got to do is just honor Him and walk with Him every single day, and He will do amazing things in our life. And I just can't wait to see what God's going to do in 2025. We've got a new sponsor, Sustainable Green Team, that they're going to have their products on the market here just really, really quickly. I saw the packages this week that was printed in the boxes they'll be in, and they'll be in retail stores pretty soon. Hopefully we may even have some that you can order here through Jimmy Houston Outdoors. I'm not sure of that, if we'll have any type mail order deal or not, because it is dirt. It's a living dirt, and it repairs the soil, repairs and fixes the soil. Whether you have a 10,000 acre farm, or you have a garden, or you have a flower pot sitting in your house with flowers in it, humus soil is just absolutely an amazing product. Living soil, microbes, billions of microbes in there, and restores the soil that has been destroyed all over the world, and particularly here in America, by pesticides and fertilizer and chemicals. And we're going to put that soil back to the way God made it. It's just an amazing product. Growing gardens in the desert, having more produce, more crops, bigger cattle. Everything's just going to be great with Sustainable Green Team products, and it's just absolutely amazing. So excited about being a part of that, because you know me, I've always been a big part of conservation. I want better water, cleaner air, prettier, more beautiful woods, and it all starts with the soil. The soil is one of the key instruments to making sure we have conservation. So it's absolutely going to be great. They've even got a product that will grow better deer plots. Isn't that fantastic? Absolutely fantastic. Guys and girls, have you a great week out there. Prepare for it to be a great year. When you get up in the morning, when you get up the next day, you just say a prayer to God and say, this is going to be the greatest day I've ever had. And you go out and keep a smile on your face. Keep positive about everything, irrespective of what the world throws at you, irrespective of where the devil grabs you and tries to pull your pants down. Reach back there and kick him like an old mule and smile at him and say, get away from me, devil, in the name of Jesus. And just live a fantastic 2025. I'm so excited about this year, because I'm really believing my beautiful Chris is going to be walking. I can't wait to take her fishing again. Guys and girls, have a great one out there. And remember, fish lucky. I sure do love you.